cancer can spread. But he does not win. We have recently begun to observe a new wave of programs and projects aimed at subjugating humans, in a scenario closely resembling the taming of animals, transforming them from wild creatures into domesticated ones that submit to their owners and obey without question. However, while this logic may succeed with animals, it fails with humans. Animals are governed by their instincts and basic needs. If these are met, they respond and fulfill their obligations, without ambition, awareness, or a sense of dignity. Humans, however, are a completely different world. Humans possess consciousness, will, and a history of rebellion against injustice. Even in the ages of slavery, attempts at liberation and revenge against the oppressive master-slave relationship never ceased. Then came the religions, culminating in Islam, to establish the balance of truth and justice and redefine the concept of servitude, so that man submits only to his Creator, who created him in the best form, honored him, and made subservient to him what is on earth, and sent him prophets and messengers, supporting them with scriptures and miracles, and promising the fullest reward for those who obey him. Obedience that benefits both the individual and society. From here, all attempts to subjugate people, no matter what tools and power they possess, are destined to fail, whether they take the form of starvation, neglect, marginalization, or a policy of bringing some closer and excluding others according to their degree of responsiveness. Conversely, humanity remains captive to its own arrogance and racism, living in a naive illusion of superiority, worshipping its own skin color and race, justifying itself with claims of racial and intellectual superiority, and rejecting equality with others. It becomes preoccupied with controlling and subjugating others, sometimes through military colonialism, and at other times through intellectual colonialism, by attacking and belittling people's beliefs, and labeling them as backward or terrorist. And so life goes round in recurring cycles, and man remains the hero of tragedy. He repeats the same mistakes and does not learn from history. What's worse about this arrogant, racist movement is that when it fails to achieve its colonial projects and subjugate humanity, it resorts to violence. Perhaps today, without being certain, we are closer than ever to a broad clash of civilizations, which could take the form of a third world war, and perhaps the last. In political analogies, one finds a similarity between cancer and sick politics from a certain perspective. Progressive blindness. The most dangerous type of cancer is the one that grows silently. The most dangerous type of tyranny is the one that begins as a great idea. To clarify, not all the giants in history started out as monsters. They started as saviors. One said, "I am the chosen one." Another said, "I am the voice of the nation." A third said, "I am the will of history." The fourth said, "I am receiving cosmic signals." The result is always the same: rivers of blood. And here's the crux of the matter. When a person begins to see himself as superior to other people, he left the realm of reason before he left the realm of morality. The Quran does not describe these people as insane. He describes them as proud. This is a dangerous difference. The madness is obvious. Arrogance, on the other hand, is a disease that feeds on success, on applause, and on the idea of "I am different." That is why God said about Pharaoh, "I do not show you except what I see." Ghafir, 29. This is not a ruler's statement. This is a sentence from someone who has completely closed himself off. As for the issue of divine signs that some claim today, here we need harsh honesty. God does not send private messages through tyrants. And He does not assign killers to cosmic missions. He does not sign off on genocide projects. The messages have been sealed. The balance is clear. Any revelation outside of this framework is a satanic signal wrapped in the language of holiness. The standard is very simple, it doesn't require philosophy. If the grand vision leaves dead children, destroyed cities, oppressed peoples, it is not from God. No matter what luminous symbols you wear. When you see the number of oppressed people, you know the truth. Because God does not build great tasks on the skulls of innocent people. In short, straight from the heart of history. The tyrant who believes his own prophecy. More dangerous than a tyrant who knows he is unjust. The first one kills while feeling secure. This is what makes the stage we are living through terrifying. Not just because there is power. Rather, it is because there is an internal conviction among some decision makers that they are playing a fateful role. Here, the whole world becomes hostage to the illusion of one person. But, and this is an important point of balance, everyone who came before them thought himself immortal. They all ended up on the margins of history. Cancer can spread, but he does not win. Divine law is constant. The wrongdoers will not succeed. Not immediately, but definitely.